The phrase, "I swear on this rock smurf," has been stuck in my head for so long. Learners is a film that I watched purely because Jessica Hynes and David Tennant are in it. And I have to say it's actually pretty interesting. The "I swear on this rock smurf" line is obviously a quote from the film, and it's a pretty weird, random moment. But for some reason it just has stuck in my head ever since I first watched this, which was probably 2013, give or take. The film was out in 2007, directed by Francesca, written by Joseph and also Jessica Hynes, with a pretty phenomenal cast. Jessica Hynes, Shaun Dingwall, David Tennant, Sarah Hadland, one of my personal favourites. I absolutely love her. And this film is about Bev, played by Jessica Hynes, of course, who has failed her driving test many times, and this is because she's only ever been taught by her husband, and that's always going to be a recipe for disaster. So she decides to finally actually register with a proper driving school, and there she meets Chris, played by David Tennant, and it's all about, well, partly about her journey learning to drive, but also about their relationship that grows as the lessons continue. And it's really interesting to see Bev's confidence changing and developing, not just with her driving, but I think with her own personality as well. And the character development in this is definitely something that I think is a shining example. It's really well done. In terms of comedy, it's definitely quirky. I mean, referencing a rock smurf. If you don't know what a rock smurf is, by the way, it's a small smurf figurine that is like rocking out or whatever with his guitar. It's definitely worth watching just for that scene because it's a bit weird. But that's the kind of humour. You know, it's not slapstick comedy. We're not talking about dark humour. It's just fun, silly, almost iconically British humour. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot. David Tennant is obviously brilliant in this, as he is in everything. Were he not in it, I probably would have got round to watching it because Sarah Hadland's in it, and it's my mission to watch everything she's done. But at the same time, it probably wouldn't have been on my radar so quickly. I don't know if I've ever heard of this outside of the context of David Tennant or Sarah Hadland. So maybe not. But if you've seen it, I'd be very interested to know kind of how you found it and what you thought of the film. Personally, I like it. It's only an hour and 20 minutes, which for my short attention span is actually a pretty decent length. It could have been longer. There's more they could have done with the plot, but they didn't overstretch it. I think they made a good decision to not make it too long. Good fun film if you like any of the cast, if you like British comedy, if you like rock smurfs. I think Learners is one you're going to enjoy.